Good morning, Instagram. It's Rachel Smith here, and we're going to be talking about prices. We're also live over on Facebook. I have to say, not a massive fan of the new way that Facebook have got us streaming, but it's just the way it is at the moment. I much prefer Instagram. So come and say hi. Let me just have a fiddle around. Yay, I can see myself on Facebook now. So we are going to be talking about pricing today. We're going to talk about why you still suck at setting prices, why it's really important to set prices that are the right price, how to get paid for them, and basically how to feel really awesome for asking for the true value of what you provide to your awesome clients. So for those of you who have not connected with me for a little while, I'm Rachel Smith, business grower, and I work with awesome women to help them generate consistent months of 5k and beyond. Just think about that. Generating 5k every month. You learn how to, the reason why 5k is such a magic figure for so many of us is that when you've learned how to generate consistent months of 3k, 4k, 5k, it's really easy to amplify that. So if you're believing for any reason at all that you cannot get your business to 5k a month, I have sat down with business owners, both business owners who have an offline and an online business, and shown them how they can easily generate 5k a month. And this isn't about like killing yourself. I'm not a fan of killing yourself. I'm all about ease and grace. So good morning, everybody. Come and say hi. Come and let me know that you're here. Let's have a conversation about this. And let's talk about pricing. Pricing is so important. Why is pricing important? And who here thinks they've actually nailed their prices? So let me just start by saying one of the reasons why pricing is really, really important is that it sets you in a sea of similar business to yourself. It sets you apart from everybody else. It helps you to identify who is your ideal client. It helps to identify the quality of what it is that you provide. It helps you to call in your soulmate clients, and it helps you to grow your business. And the reason why I'm creating this, the reason why I have created this mini masterclass is that I understand, and we'll go into the reasons why women struggle, in particular with prices, but I understand that this is a challenge for women to set their prices. And believe it or not, it comes down to how you feel about money and how you feel about yourself. And so for so many of us in business, when you're setting your price, you are actually putting a value on yourself, and that can make women feel really, really uncomfortable. So there's some work that needs to be done underneath that to ensure that you are setting prices that you are fully aligned to, and that you feel very confident and comfortable with going out and actually sharing what your prices are and getting paid for it. So I would love to hear from the people who are here live, and for anybody who's watching the recording, is how do you feel about your pricing? Do you feel as if you've got your pricing nailed? So whilst you're sharing that with me, let me just go into this content. Let's get into the detail. And one of the things that I see is that there are still many industries that are teaching entrepreneurs, teaching business owners to value themselves at an hourly rate. And when you do this, that it just makes it really, really difficult to scale your business. If you are always looking at what your hourly rate is, it's not taking into consideration everything else that you actually do in your business. So if this is you, if you are still stuck in the hourly rate, even if you have heard this over and over again, but you still look at your prices and come up with an hourly rate, I want for you to understand that that hourly rate does not represent everything you do, everything that you bring to the hour. So really, your pricing is about everything. It's about you know, if you were to put it into an hourly rate, you also have to bring in like how much expertise and time did it take for you to attract that client in? What about all the administration around that? What about all of the training and the expertise that you have undertaken in your business to get to where you are? So you can begin to see that hourly rate would actually be absolutely massive, wouldn't it, if you took into account all of that? But there's a different way to actually value yourself and for you to get paid the true price. And it comes down to you really fully earning what it is that you bring to your clients. And this is where I see a lot of women feeling very uncomfortable about it, because what I'm asking you to do is value yourself. And if you have got some blocks and beliefs going on about whether you're good enough, whether you're as good as somebody else, or whether you are experienced enough, or whatever's going on for you, if you have got blocks and belief about your true value, if you've got some blocks and beliefs around money and are having the confidence to go out there and ask for more money to actually put your prices up, is that it's a real indication that you do not truly yet value yourself. And when you are showing up in the world and demonstrating that you do not yet value yourself, it's really difficult for anybody else to also value you. So you have to do that internal work. You have to do that value work first. So give me some thumbs up or some hearts if this is resonating with you. If you're like, yes, this is the piece that I've been missing. This is the piece that I need to work on. And it sounds really dramatic, like you've got to work on yourself. It's not. It's just about looking at your pricing in a different way and really truly earning what it is that you bring to your clients. And that is where I would have you start. When you look at your soulmate client, look at where they are when they first come and work with you. You know, what are their struggles? What are their challenges? How are their struggles and challenges impacting on their lives? Look at that and really understand the transformation of, you know, where they are to where they end up after working with you and the results that they will achieve. So for me as a business coach and a transformational business coach, if I work with a client for half a day on their money mindset, I am not going to look at my hourly rate and say, well, that's worth, you know, however, you know, it's 3.5 hours, so therefore the price is this. I look at what the value of that transformation is. What is the value to, because my clients go on and generate money easily and effortlessly. So you look at that. So that is the value piece. So it's looking at where your clients are when you first find them, when you first connect with them, through to the transformation part. What are they able to do? What is their life like? What does their business feel like after you've worked with them? And that is the key piece. And if you've never looked at your business like that before, or it's been some time, this is the piece of work to do after today's masterclass, is for you to sit down and figure out what is the value of the transformation that you are offering to your clients. And then your job in terms of marketing is to market that value, is to communicate that value to your audience so they understand how transformational your work is going to be, how transformational your product is going to be for them once they've received it. But as I said right at the beginning, until you start to value yourself, it's really, you can't just go out into the world and say, right, Rachel says I've got to triple my prices, so I've done that. If that feels uncomfortable for you, if it feels out of alignment, if you haven't done that internal work, you are not going to be able to go out there and tell people what your prices are. You're going to still have that block and that resistance. So the very first thing for you to do is to do that value piece, is for you to see the value, the true transformational value that you bring to your clients. And then it's the second part to this is owning it. So, and again, this is a challenge for many women, because we are conditioned to always be looking for the perfect scenario, to be perfect in ourselves. It's a default that women have. It's this constant programming that many of us received when we were young about being a good girl, be a good student, be a good mum. It's always be the best you can. And often that translates for women in undervaluing what you can already achieve, what you are capable of. And it comes up as beliefs of, I can't charge that much, I'm not as good as that person, I'll charge that much when I've passed the next qualification, when I've got so many clients under my belt. It comes up as, I'm not as good as, and then name somebody in your industry. And it also can come up as, like, what will people think of me if I dare go out into the world and charge that amount of money? It also comes up as, my industry doesn't charge that much. And that's a great place to start. It's always good to go against what everybody else is doing. It's how you stand out. And remember what I said, if you do not value yourself, how can you expect others to value you? And we are in the business of transformation. We are women who have so much to give, to offer, to help support our clients. And it's all of this work starts with you. It starts with you breaking down any blocks and beliefs that you have about your self-value. And it's about valuing what you do. It's about communicating that out to the audience. And it's about owning that. Just because I've said, go and do this exercise where you figure out your value, it's about owning it and stepping into your power. And do not be distracted with thinking, oh, I'm not as good as so-and-so. You are. You might even be better than so-and-so, but it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you build this belief in you, and then you go and communicate it out to the world. And that's how you nail your pricing. It's not some clever formula. It's a gut reaction. You do that internal work. You believe what it is that you do, and you believe in the transformation that you're doing, and you will know what the price is. So any questions about that, let me know. And I'll give you a real life example, is that recently I have just completed some additional NLP qualifications. And as a result of that, I am now a licensed NLP timeline practitioner. And with that, I can eradicate people's money blocks. And I have been able to sit down and write 3 amazing sales pages where I will be using those skills that I've learned, finessed, and now use in my business. I have absolutely no problem in understanding the value that I can bring to somebody and owning the prices that I've put out there, that will be put out there. Still kind of, needs to be put on my website. But that's an indication of, when you've done this work, how transformational it is for yourself. And then it's just your job to communicate it to your audience. So there you go. How to know your prices starts with you. Do that internal work, own it, go and communicate it. And it will transform how you think about your prices, how you position your offers, and who you work with as well. Any questions, post them in the comments below, or PM me and let me know how this masterclass has hit home. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, everybody, have a really great Thursday. Bye for now.